Let me explain. Alright, so to explain, let's go on inside. Alright, so you're wondering, why am I standing in an unfinished room? So a few months ago, we decided to take what this room was, which was a sitting room attached to our master bedroom. I'll share some footage. If you guys want to see videos of kind of putting things back together, we're mostly there. I've shared some pictures and we'll continue to share pictures of the progress. Maybe I'll do a separate video finishing up the downstairs because all that's left is paint. All that's left in here is paint as well. This is why the garden unfortunately has been neglected. So what does that mean for Desert Homestead and what's coming? Let's go back outside and let's talk through some of the projects that we have coming up that we're going to be working on. Wait a minute, you thought I was going to be down at the garden. Psych. So down below is my garden. So some things we're going to be working on. It's easier to explain from up here so you can get the full picture. So you see we have these 4 garden boxes that are beautiful with their pavers in the middle. The plan is to finish adding the pavers, so apologies, last time I filmed, that part was not there, so we added those. We're gonna add our extra garden boxes, so 2 more there to make 4, and then we have a bunch of pavers that I will show when we get downstairs. That essentially will be framing that in, and the garden will be finished. That is step 1. So, the next step will be, we've got to do our seeds and our starts, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be working on taking care of our starters and filming that in the next day or so. Some things that we're going to be starting inside: cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage. You can't directly sow those into the ground this time of year in the state of Arizona, so that's something that I will be doing inside, and we'll film that process. Also, I mentioned a lot of the work that we were doing here on our home. Well, behind me is where some of the work was completed. So where this door was a window, and that window right there is the room that we were just in. That used to be a sliding door. So again, all of these projects that have delayed progress working on our garden. Also run into a couple issues with watering, because out here, especially when it gets hot, you have to water a lot and often. So stay tuned for some videos showing us working on irrigation. I've decided, after the time I spent at the last house with irrigation and this home, hand watering, being able to have an automatic watering system is going to be extremely important for me. One, busy with work, takes me all over the place, so that's going to be an important aspect that we will also be bringing to the channel. So we'll film that process. Irrigation also has a few other issues that we'll need to fix that'll be part of that video, so stay tuned for that one. That will be a fun adventure. Also, we have rehabilitated our grass. We'll talk about that process and what that's been like, and I'll show some before and after photos when we get to that point. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, it's been wild. It's been busy with all the projects on the inside. But I promise we're back. We're gonna be building this garden up, starting with our fall harvest, or fall crop, I should say. So stay tuned for more, and we will see you guys next time.